Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2019 action thriller We Die Young, a film that is written and directed by Leor Geller and it stars Jean-Claude Van Damme. We get David Castaneda, who has just recently been in the Umbrella Academy, the Netflix TV show. We get Elijah Rodriguez as Lucas and we get Nicholas Sean Johnny as Miguel. Now this film focuses primarily on two boys, an older brother and a younger brother. We get Lucas and Miguel. Now this is set in Washington, this film, and Lucas is a runner for the most notorious gang in Washington DC, this drug gang, like Mexican drug gang. So he travels around Washington, collects money, delivers drugs, all this kind of stuff, and one of the people that he delivers drugs to is Jean-Claude Van Damme's character, Daniel, who is an ex-military veteran who suffered an injury while he was in the military, and he has no speech at all. You see this, and it does show you through flashbacks how this happens. But he needs some drugs that he can no longer get on prescription to help him with the pain that he's in constantly with his injuries. So Lucas drops off these drugs, and he's got a pretty decent relationship with Jean-Claude Van Damme's character Daniel, who talks by using like an app on his phone. And so Lucas goes around, does this, collects money, drops off drugs, and he delivers it to Rincon, played by David Castaneda, who's the leader of this vicious Mexican gang. And he's got a good relationship with him. He treats him like a son, he treats him well, and on the day of Rincon's sister's wedding, it's a really huge day for him and his family, he trusts Lucas with a really big drop off. He gives him 2 packages to drop off past the railway lines, as he calls it, and tells him that he can't mess this up, he's got to do it. However, there's a problem arising in that his younger brother Miguel wants desperately to be in this gang and be like his big brother, but his big brother Lucas doesn't want that at all. He wants his brother to have a chance at life. He thinks it's too late for him, but it's not too late for his little brother. So he's fighting tooth and nail to stop him wanting to be in this gang. However, things are taken out of his control. He's brutally initiated into this gang. It all goes terribly wrong. This drop off goes wrong, and he's left with a problem. Lucas is this whole Mexican drug gang are now after him, and the only person that is prepared to protect him and his little brother is Jean-Claude Van Damme's character Daniel. So that's the general gist of the story that we have here, and I have to say I was pleasantly surprised by this film. I don't generally expect an awful lot from a Jean-Claude Van Damme film. Not that I'm saying his films are terrible, he's made his fair share of rubbish ones over the years, B-movies, but in recent years he's had a bit of a resurgence, and this I think is one of his acting high points. Now take from that what you want, in a sense that he doesn't utter a word in this film. He basically, like I say, he just talks through gestures and through his phone, but he actually does quite a lot of good acting just with his emotions and the way he's looking and acting, and it's actually I think one of the strongest performances I've seen from Van Damme for quite a few years, and I do think he's matured well as an actor, and he gives a pretty decent performance here, as does everyone. This film is actually really well made. I was really invested in all the characters. I thought the young actors, Elijah Rodriguez as Lucas and Nicholas Sean Johnny as Miguel, both did an excellent job in regards to their performances as child actors. I really liked their performances, and I thought David Castaneda as Rincon played a pretty good leader of like this Mexican gang. You see him being brutal when he needs to be, but also quite tender and loving as well, i.e. the relationship he has with his sister who has disabilities, who's getting married on this particular day. So this film is actually it's really well made. It's nicely paced, because you care about these characters, you're invested in what happens to them, and it does get pretty bloody tense at times. There's some great chase sequences. You do worry for the characters, and this is not one of those Van Damme films where he's some kind of superhero, martial arts superhero. In fact, you don't see him do any martial arts in this film. It's one of those films that I would suggest, if you're a fan of Van Damme when he's at his ass kicking best and he's doing flip kicks everywhere, stay away from this one, because you aren't getting it in this. You're getting a very vulnerable Jean-Claude Van Damme performance, but he still manages to be heroic and do the right thing, and make the right calls by saying nothing at all. And he works as like the local mechanic. And there's a little side story with him and the mechanic's daughter, where she's obviously quite fond of him, but he's a little bit reluctant to, you know, take it to the next level, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, this is a surprising film, I have to say. When I saw this one advertised, I thought, I'm not so sure about this. These Van Damme films, you know, that spew up every few months are usually pretty bad, or pretty bog standard action flicks, but this is a little bit of a cut above, I have to say. I'm not saying this is gonna change your world, it's not outstanding or anything, but for a, you know, direct video on demand, direct to DVD Jean-Claude Van Damme film, you could do far worse than this. So I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. I actually really quite enjoyed this. It's not perfect, it's flawed, but it's certainly very, very watchable. So yeah, give this one a go, especially if you're a fan of Van Damme. I don't think you'll be too disappointed. So that's my review for We Die Young. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time on Screen Star.